Since we started our company in 1998, I think there's been many changes in how we create and even how we look at our brand. When I first started with my partner, we wanted to create some, let's say, unusual fragrances. So we started with Lukum and also Hanae. And over the past years, we accumulated to 53 different fragrances. So we have a very wide range. But each fragrance has like its own story, its own background, depending on which year it was created. So for instance, Ume, which was created in 2003, is around vintage. We were inspired by Poiret, the 1920s vintage style, and I wanted to really explore the idea of this Art Deco movement. So Ume and Mihime were born. So I think as we evolve, we also change our taste and our outlook on how we create. To somebody who doesn't know my brand, probably the best way to explain it is that it's an unusual, eclectic, but very wearable fragrance. I want people to be open-minded when they when they try to smell my fragrances. Usually, there's a lot of fragrances on the market that all smell the same. We purposely made our fragrances different. We want you to enjoy it and have an open mind. I was born in Japan, and many, many years ago, I actually moved to the US, and I was raised over there. But I think being exposed to the US culture also brought me a lot of interesting ideas. It's a very diverse country, and we have people from all over the world converging over there. I have my roots in Japan and also the exposure of US, which helped me, let's say, identify each fragrance in a sort of unique way. I'm presenting today Sedona Blue and Seville. They're both for men. Sedona Blue was inspired by the Arizona desert. If you imagine yourself out in the desert on a cool morning when you have the fresh desert air, that was the inspiration around Sedona Blue. Seville was an inspiration for the gentleman, a very well-dressed gentleman in a beautiful tweed suit. I wanted to create a men's fragrance that was more for a dandy rather than just an ordinary regular suit. Many people ask me what my preferred fragrance is, and I have to say it's Genie de Bois. Partly because my roots, being born in Japan, I remember the incense, smell of incense, and also sandalwood, a lot of the balsamic woods. It has all those rich fragrance notes inside Genie de Bois. It's I think it's one of my most achieved fragrances. If my boys ever told me that they wanted to be fragrance creators, I say just one simple thing: keep an open mind. That's it.